In 1992, BCCI showed losses worth 62 lakhs, and in 2019, BCCI has declared their annual income to be around 5,430 crores. Why is BCCI the richest cricket board in the world? The world's richest cricket board, that's right. For people who don't know what the BCCI is, it stands for the Board of Cricket Control in India. In this video, I'm going to be covering 4 major segments: the early days of the BCCI, the rise of the BCCI, how BCCI actually makes its money, and fourth point is why is BCCI the most powerful cricket board in the world. BCCI came into existence in the year 1928. The BCCI before and after independence was mostly governed by figures from the princely states. In the year 1932, India played its first test match and became the 6th team in the world to be accorded test status by the International Cricket Body. It took India a good 20 years to win its first test match in 1952 against England, which was played in Madras. Things really changed after India won the 1983 World Cup, which was the inception of the cricket craze in India. This was a time when cricket actually took over hockey and became the most beloved sport in the country. And in the year 1987, BCCI was successful in persuading the International Cricket Council to take the World Cup out of England for the first time. The 1987 World Cup was jointly hosted by India and Pakistan. And at this point, BCCI was paying broadcasters money to telecast the cricket match. That's right, BCCI used to pay 5 lakh rupees per game to Doordarshan to show a match. Things gradually changed for BCCI in the year 1993. BCCI won the court verdict to sell the TV rights at a profit. So what it meant was now Doordarshan had to pay BCCI the money to show their cricket matches, which was a major turnaround. BCCI could also sell the broadcast rights to the highest bidder. And this was the rise of BCCI as an organization and also the late Jagmohan Dalmia ji as a secretary of BCCI. The next year itself, Trans World International, which used to handle Indian cricket's TV production, bought the rights from BCCI and later sold it to Doordarshan. BCCI made a whopping $600,000 that year, which converts to around 3 crore rupees. Soon in the year 1997, Jagmohan Dalmia became the ICC president. BCCI and Indian cricket was recognized all over the world, as Jagmohan Dalmia was the first Indian to ever be an ICC president. With the likes of Sachin, Dravid, Ganguly, Lakshman entering the cricket scene, Indian cricket was probably at the peak of its popularity. The BCCI and India both were on its glory path. Now let's dive a bit deeper and I'll explain you how BCCI actually makes its money. First revenue stream is media rights. The largest source of revenue for BCCI is the media rights or broadcasting rights it sells to TV channels. Now I'm going to be throwing a few numbers at you. In the year 2000, DD Sports gave a whopping 240 crores for a 4-year contract for media rights. In 2006, Nimbus, which was Neo Sports, bought the rights from BCCI for a whopping $540 million US. After the inception of IPL in 2008, Sony bought the rights of IPL for $918 million. This deal was renegotiated later and sold back to Sony for $2 billion in 2009. Well, if you think these are big numbers, hang on a minute. In 2011, India won the ODI World Cup, and this was a very big event in Indian cricket history. After this, Star Sports, which is a part of the Star Group, signed a deal with the BCCI. This deal was reportedly a 6-year deal, and Star paid 3,800 crores for that deal. Now, all of this was back in 2011. Let's talk about now. As of now, the BCCI made 16,347 crores for its IPL deal for television and digital rights from Star India. And these rights were sold for a 5-year period from 2018 to 2022. And this deal is the biggest media rights deal in the history of cricket. I know that's a lot of numbers I put out there for you. Let's make it simple. Well, if you break this down, Star Sports gives BCCI 65 crores roughly for every domestic game, which includes T20, ODI and Tests, and 55 crores per IPL game. The second revenue stream is title sponsors. Now, why do companies bid to be title sponsors? Now, that is because title sponsors get the maximum amount of exposure throughout the event. You see Paytm written on the stumps, on the board, and even on the trophy. That's title sponsorship. Now, I'll use Paytm as an example. Title sponsorship makes Paytm a leading and a superior sponsor. They get the most number of advertising space because their name and logo flashes on the trophy. The BCCI has sold their title sponsorship to 197 Communications, which run Paytm, for a deal which goes on till 2023. Well, nothing comes for free, right? The price that Paytm is paying BCCI is 326 crores and 80 lakhs. The next revenue stream is official team sponsors. You would have seen a company name or a logo on the jersey. The jersey sponsors also have to pay a sufficient amount to the BCCI. The BCCI charges according to the placement of the name or the logo of the official team sponsor. BCCI sold the official Team India sponsor to the company Byju's. Oppo India was the company which was the sponsor before Byju's. Byju's have signed the contract and replaced Oppo from 5th September 2019 to 31st March 2022. Oppo was supposed to pay 1079 crores to the BCCI, which will now be paid by Byju's. The next revenue stream is kit sponsorship. If you watch carefully, the Indian jersey used to have a Nike tick over here. That swoosh tick is a trademark for Nike. BCCI had a 5-year agreement with Nike till the end of 2017. That small tick mark on the top of the Indian jersey cost Nike around 370 crores for the term of the agreement. Currently, MPL is the kit sponsor for the Indian cricket team. What happens when India plays other nations? Does the BCCI make money? Yes, they do. The Indian Cricket Board makes a huge chunk of money for the bilateral series they play with other nations. The BCCI is expected to earn a whopping 950 crores for the year 2019 to 20 for all the matches that India is going to play. Well, the final revenue stream for the BCCI is the IPL. The IPL is the most successful, richest and the most popular cricketing league in the world. It's a money spinner. BCCI owns this league and this makes BCCI financially very strong. IPL is the most expensive cricket league among all of the T20 cricket leagues played in the world. All the ad revenues, gate receipts, tickets from the IPL and other incomes amount to a whopping 2,500 crores per season for BCCI. DLF, Pepsi, Vivo and now Dream 11 were the title sponsors for IPL. These are the revenue sources that makes BCCI the most powerful and the richest cricketing board in the world. Now, have you ever thought why do so many companies pay so much money to the BCCI and what makes them so powerful? The answer is very simple and the answer is you. Cricket is a religion in India. Be it New York, Melbourne, London or Mumbai, Indian cricket is watched all over the world. India has the largest population of cricket lovers. If 5% of India watches a match, that's probably going to be more views compared to other nations. The cricket following in India is very loyal, they love the sport and they also love their players. Hence, in today's time, all nations around the world want to play with India and that makes BCCI a very powerful organization. With all this money earned, the BCCI does the right thing by investing in the future of cricket. And this is why BCCI is considered to be the most powerful cricketing board in the world. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends. That's all for today from my side. I'll see you guys next Saturday with another video. My name is Dev and thank you so much for watching.